conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Our Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller and balling at 27. I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class.
Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Today, we reach Week 15.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it.
Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set! Move your horses! Hey, hold it!
They go play action with Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. The Jaguars at 10-3 on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, high 7!
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go! Hey, Echo! Hey, whoa! Hey, 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 hey!
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta! Guard! 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 Hey, box up! Box up!
Here's Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, keep stick. Hold on. Look at me. Go.
Now Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 with a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, with something like 4 of the last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. Uses the stiff arm. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Prescott. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
The sack on 1st down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the 1st. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Hey, Alpha!
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this 1st quarter of play.
On the stick. Go, go. Hit. Hey, exit. Rock it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
The drive had started well after a punt last time. Now it's slowed down a bit, and let's face it, they don't want to punt the ball in back-to-back series. They want a sustained drive on this one.
Hey, Haywood!
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Hey, orbit. Hey, solid.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
2nd and 5 now. Prescott. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew's got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Now Lawrence on 1st down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Hey, box up, box up. Hey, dude.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. He'll get this up to about the 44.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Hey, reset. Hey, alpha.
On play action, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On first down, Lawrence. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Lawrence will throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The 20, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
You got bombers. You got bombers.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. That's on the Pro Bowl guard from Notre Dame, Zach Martin.
Kill! 27!
Prescott to throw it. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on third downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. To try again after the sack. Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. The 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Final play of the half, Prescott. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. Cooks will come in motion right. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man. And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now. And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch.
We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Lawrence. Steps away. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Etienne once more. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They go play action now. Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Etienne is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Prescott off play action. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. Play action now, Prescott. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So with a fourth and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
They're still going to go for it on fourth and goal even after the penalty. No sign of the field goal team. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Prescott to throw on fourth. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Now ETN to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
At the 17-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Jaguars are right back in this football game. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
Hey! Go! Hey, block it!
Here's Lawrence. Gets this quickly to Ingram. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Look at me! Sit Leo! Hey, Haywood!
Now Lawrence to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, Lawrence forced out to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Jaguar.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Hey.
From the 44, Lawrence airing it out, looking for Ridley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back at their own 17. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 2nd and 11 now, Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Off the play fake, Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Fourth down, Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Hey, box up. Hey, you.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I can hear the film session right now. I can hear the coach saying to his team, guys, how does a guy that big get that open?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Imagine him as a kid, just trying to play hide and seek.
No chance.
No chance. He goes to hide behind the skinny tree. You see the front, the back, the top. Good luck.
Yeah, you see him. You don't see the tree.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all three timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Will likely put an end to this thing. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Prescott to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Now Prescott on fourth down. That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Bravo! Hey, Haywood! Alert, alert!
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Hey, hold it.
Now Lawrence. He's going to take another shot here. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions. Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Throwing here, Prescott. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
On play action, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Prescott to throw it. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering, because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
To throw is Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Out to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hey, Echo! Hey,
Lawrence will throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
Here we go, 46.
Well, Prescott here to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. They're part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Dallas, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible.